Hi, my name is Mahamud bin Muhammad Islam. In my part, I will tell you about the overview of the inland terminal in Thailand. So, inland terminal has played an important part in our logistic chain because of the rapid growth of the container transport volume and the constraint faced by the seaport. For example, like the seaport currently having the limited capacity that which lead to the congestion at the port. So, the inland terminal has played an important part in this process. Inland port can be referred to the airport, which located at the hinterland and far from the seaport. This airport can replicate the seaport function and usually connect directly to the seaport by several modes of transportation, either by rail or road. There are various terms of inland terminal has been used. It's different by between countries. For example, like Malaysia, we use the dry port, but there are also another terms such as the dry port, inland container depot, freight village, inland container yard, and container freight station. In Thailand, they use the inland container depot as the term of the inland terminal. In Thailand, there are only one dry port currently used in Thailand, which is the Lat Krabang Inland Container Depot, which is in short term LICD. LICD connect to the Laing Chabang port by rail or road, and also located near 30 kilometers from the Bangkok. There is also another dry port, but still under development and still new, which is called the Chiang Khong Intermediate Facility. This new intermediate facility located at the national border Thailand-Laos and near 4th Mekong River Crossing Bridge. It connects the Chiang Khong, Thailand, and Huangze, Laos. And this new intermediate facility want to facilitate the freight transport for the Western China and cross-border trade in the Greater Mekong sub-region through the RTA highway. Lat Krabang Seaport. Lat Krabang Inland Container Depot LCD start operate since 1996. It was developed by the State Railway of the Thailand SRT, and they operate by the 6 modern concessionaires. They handle because the LCD has 6 terminals, and each of these terminals will be operated by 6 private sector. And LCD located 118 kilometers from the Laing Chabang port and 30 kilometers from Bangkok. So the cargo will be transported either by rail or road between LICD and Laing Chabang port. However, the rail transport is not very efficient and their cargo handling is not going very well. But at the first initial design, they want to able to handle 500 TEUs per year, but now they able to handle 1.7 million TEUs per year. But in several past years ago, there's some issue that the container volume exceed the capacity of LCD they can handle. Because of that, the cargo from the Laing Chabang port will transfer or send directly their cargo to the external facility and bypassing the LCD. So they ignore the utilization of the LCD because the congestion happen at LCD. So the function of the LCD was to provide consolidation of the cargo, distribution, handling, warehouse, empty containers, storage, inspection, and custom clearance. But the model share of the railroad was 30-70 now. But at the first design, initial design was to able to handle 40/60 railroad. So as we can see that here, they are more dependent on the road, but the rail ratios start to declining every year because the limited rail link capacity, congestion that happen in LICD, and greater flexibility of the road transport. So because of the limited rail heat and low speed at LICD between the Laing Chabang port and LICD, the LICD able to provide 28 rail per day service, which average total time and speed around the 3.5 hours and with the speed of 30 until 35 kilometers per hour. Let's move to the new airport, which is the Chiang Khong Intermediate Facility. This new type of airport is located at the Chiang Rai province next to the Chiang Khong border, 1 km from the 4th Mekong River Crossing Bridge, or also known as the 4th Thailand-Laos Friendship Bridge. Chiang Khong Intermediate Facility intend to enhance the freight transport for the Western China via R3A road through 4th Mekong River Crossing Bridge. Road R3A is connect the Western China to Laos and to the Thailand. It serves as the gateway for the cross-border trade along the north-south economic corridor. It links the Thailand, Laos, and key industrial zone in the southern China. Okay, this project, the Chiang Khong Intermediate Facility, able to provide the intermodal transfer between the highway and the double-track railway to the Laing Chabang port or the future Pak Baru port. So this new depot able to handle 170,000 TEUs, and the objective of this new depot was to transfer the goods from the Western China and Laos by truck. And what it reach to the Thailand, it will go to our new depot, which is Chiang Khong Intermediate Facility, to serve by the road and rail, and then able to distribute to the intended location. And the function of the depot, this new depot was to as a consolidation and distribution center and one-stop service for export and import cargo movement, container freight station, container stacking yard, and warehousing. But because of this new depot is still new, they undergo two phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is start 2013 and it was to be expected to complete in 2032. Once the phase 1 is complete, it able to handle 270,000 TEUs per year. And once phase 1 is finished, the phase 2 will be start to be built in 2033. It will be phase 2 will be built 2033 and expected to complete in 2041. Once the phase 2 is complete, this new type of terminal Shangguan intermodal facility able to handle 440,000 TEUs per year.
Hello, my name is AIDA S203. In Thailand, dry port term has been replaced with another term which call it as an inland container depot ICD, which acts as an inland terminal. The dry port in Thailand was Lak Krabang Inland Container Depot (LICD). The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, an inland terminal to which shipping companies issue their own bill of lading for import cargoes, assuming full responsibility of costs and conditions, and from the which shipping companies issue their own bill of lading for export cargoes. The United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, a dry port provides services for the handling and temporary storage of containers, general and bulk cargo entering or leaving the dry port by any mode of transport, such as road, railways, or airport. A dry port of international importance shall refer to a secure inland location for handling, temporary storage, inspection, and custom clearance of freight moving in international trade. There are various definitions of inland container depot ICD. For example, UNECE in 1998, a common user, a facility other than a seaport or an airport offering a total package of activities for handling and storage of containers with the inbound and outbound flow by any applicable mode of transport being controlled by custom. At ICD, the container will be unsealed and examined by custom agent, and the evaluation of cargo will be conducted by custom department.
Types of port. Port are categorized into different categories based on a variety of factors such as location, depth, function, and ship size. It can be categorized as inland port, fishing port, warm water port, dry port, and seaport. Thailand has Lak Krabang Inland Container Depot in Bangkok, a container storage facility located in the hinterland away from any major port is known as an inland container depot ICD. ICDs are used by shipping companies to store and transfer containers before and after they are transported to the seaport. Consolidation facilities for less than container load (LCL) shipment in the hinterland are provided by ICD, which minimize the overall movement of empty containers. Sea custodian, freight forwarder, custom broker, and official from the custom department all provide service to importer and exporter at an ICD. Lak Krabang Inland Container Depot can be connected with Bangkok, AH90 or AH123, and the Trans-ASEAN Railway, Thailand Eastern Railway line. The distance from LICD to LCP is 100 km by motorway and 180 km by rail. This can be classified as a main range dry port that is situated 50 and 150 km from a seaport and is primarily served by road transport. All the facilities available at the port are also available at the ICD, which is located far away from the port. In LICD, truck more dominated instead of the rail truck, involve around 74% and the rail only 26%. So, it can be describing in Lak Krabang road transport, mostly used as a transport network from seaport and container depot.
My name is ZAIDATUL ADHA BINTI IBRAHIM. My metric number is S52092. Now I want to present about impact of seaborne trade growth on seaport. According to Indra Payong, Thailand is an Asian country located in Southeast Asia. Economic development in Thailand has previously been remarkable. Unfortunately, in the mid-1990s, an economic crisis between ASEAN countries had occurred and affecting the Thailand economic dramatically. Therefore, the Thailand government has made massive effort to revive the economic sector, especially in the maritime sector, the shipping industry, and the port sector, which played an important role in developing national economy. As such, with the existence of inland terminal in Thailand, it has successfully transformed the economy from agriculture to export-oriented manufacturing. Here can be seen about the economy in Thailand, where the Thailand government has shipped goods worldwide. Clearly showing the latest country-specific data show that 71% of product export from Thailand are purchased by importers in the United States, China, Hong Kong, and so on. Among the product that export is vehicles, fruit, electric machinery, and several other products. Export can have an impact on output growth through exchange with foreign country. Therefore, technology in Thailand need to be improved in order to compete with foreign country or international country.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about the function of inland terminal. Bangkok is known as the largest city in Thailand among the global world and represent consumption center as well as important manufacturing. For your information, inland Thailand can also call as dry port. Dry port in Thailand can be divided into three types, which are Chiang Khong Chiang Rai, second is Nata Nong Khai, and Lat Krabang Inland Container Depot, Bangkok. So, one of the functions at Lat Krabang Inland Container Depot is act as satellite terminal to the port of Lim Chabang, turned into the Great Value. The inland terminal also being function as loading center, which their purpose is servicing a regional market. In other words, it can also represent as transshipment, which is linking to the different system or circulation, either taken in rail to rail or between terminals with truck loading. Besides that, it can also act as a custom clearance facility, which represent government agency in terms of custom inspection and quarantine on site, as well as consolidation and distribution. And last but not least, Lat Krabang ICD also be act in providing service such as container handling storage, container stuffing and destuffing, breakbulk cargo handling and storage, container light repairs, freight forwarding and cargo consolidation service, as well as banking, insurance and financial service.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all. My name is HARZAN HARRAZ bin ISMAIL. So today I am going to talk about the implication of inland terminal or inland container depot to the operation of seaport. Firstly, or generally, the implementation of this inland container depot can provide more space for the seaport to operate, meaning that space are created by moving the containers from seaport to the inland container depot. The usage of this inland container depot also can help to reduce the time taken for queuing at the seaport gates. Next, a seaport congestion from numerous trucks also can be avoided through the usage of the railroad system that are connected for the both facilities, because one train can carry a huge amount of containers, meanwhile truck only can carry one container at a time. So this will help to reduce the congestion that are faced by the seaport. How does the Lat Krabang Inland Container Depot affect the operation of seaport? It affects the operation of seaport by by reducing the traffic congestion that I mentioned earlier that are faced by the Bangkok port. And this inland container depot also can help to assist the custom clearance for the containers. Next, through its railroad system, this Lat Krabang Inland Container Depot can help to promote the use of Lim Chabang Port, because its railroad connects both facilities in order to ease the movement of containers from those facilities. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I would like to continue the relation of port system and inland terminal. Inland terminal is a part of port system which needed for each other. It's a true statement because seaport need an inland port to grow. For example, if an increasing volume in the seaport area need the same entity that having a same activity to support their own activity at the seaport. We can see that inland port is suitable because they functions, the activity of the business is more like a seaport. They can become a supportive to the seaport. We can see that they both are in the same business and also but in different locations. We can see that seaport systems need inland terminal. According to the case study in the Thailand, the author stated that the government intent of using Lim Chabang Seaport through the Lat Krabang Dry Port is to reduce the heavy traffic congestion around Bangkok port and also for Lat Krabang Dry Port. We can see that the high volume that happened in the Bangkok
waterways and also the port area has need to solve this kind of volume. Therefore, the inland terminal is needed to pick up to the seaport area. Going to this next slide. Sorry. Current world is moving to Industrial Revolution 4.0, or shortly we can call it IR 4.0. What is IR 4.0? The author 2018 stated, I quote, "This is term that have a large impact on industry and market while affecting the whole life cycle of the product, providing a new means of productions and conducting a business, allowing for improvement in process and an increase of competitiveness in enterprise." That means this IR 4.0 definitions. And why RR 4.0 affect the port system? We're asking ourselves, and the answer is RR 4.0 is giving high degree of challenging to the port operations to operate, because everything is going too fast. We are on the around 5G right now in the global industry, that we need to going too fast further, and a seaport system need to also evolve to the kind of IR 4.0. We cannot let maritime industry at Bangkok or anywhere is going backward. We need all the industry in the world is moving forward to IR 4.0. Going to the next slide. As we see that cost of inland terminal is a part of seaport system, therefore inland terminal is must moving to IR 4.0 to compatible to the seaport. That means if we have a high tech or high technology or seaport that already moving to IR 4.0, and the inland terminal that supportive to the seaport, it cannot be functions, because one seaport is more updated and compared to the inland terminal which is not updated. We can see they have a kind of jurang or separate things happen to them. This is very, very hard to them to connect it to each other. Therefore, the inland terminal also need to be parallel to the seaport, which is if the seaport is already reached IR 4.0, and also the inland terminal also need to be parallel to the seaport to give best connections to both of area. Okay, according to the author case study in the Thailand written by 2020 is further expand with the goal of transporting into a marine hub of Southeast Asia. This means that we can see that they have a clear vision to improve their systems in the further. This means the government is already stated that they need to expand the hub, expand the port to be hub of the South Asia. That we can see that port when the system is very, very moving forward in visions and objective. There we can see that the port is ready to move to IR 4.0 in future.
In this file conclusion, this study conclude about the type of inland terminal in Thailand, which is Thailand has only one inland terminal depot, which is Lek Krabang ICD, located at district of Bangkok. Meanwhile, the new dry port that is still under development is Chiang Hong Intermodal Facility, that is located at Chiang Rai. Furthermore, next, it tells about the definition of dry port from United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, and from the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for ASEAN and the Pacific. Subsequently, with the aspect of dry port in Thailand has net an impact of seaborne trade growth on seaport, Thailand succeed changing its growing national economy and affecting the growth of trade. In addition, this study also discussed about the service provided by Lek Krabang ICD. Then, dry port has given implication of terminal import operation, which is affecting the physical and administrative flow of the port and increase seaport capacity and to reduce traffic congestion. Lastly, to overcome challenge coming from outside and within the country, the port system is very important to further increase its effectiveness and enhance progress in the trade sector. That's all. Thank you.